what's up, guys? It is Life Explained by SATV. My name is Josh, and we got over here Andrew, and he's over here doing his, film business. You know what I'm saying?
Taking a sip of water, doing what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. So, we were talking a lot before. You were explaining to me how managing your time is one of the most important things for starting a business or basically any fundamentals in life. Can you care to explain for everybody in the cameras?
For sure. Well, I have a whole it's weird because I got a whole psychology that goes with it.
Really?
Because
Elaborate,
what
man.
people don't realize is that a lot of the time your brain kind of operates on these little victories.
Yeah.
Your brain doesn't really see, it doesn't see all the things you're seeing. Your brain kind of sees yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
So every time you get a no, oh, I needed to clean my room today, but you didn't. That's your brain going, oh, so you're good for nothing. Exactly. It's very exaggerated, but it's what it is. If you can't do something you set your mind to, your brain automatically thinks it's not as good as it is.
Exactly, and then you lose the motivation to do other things in life that you would want to do.
Exactly. So I think that every single thing that you do in life, whether you're Jeff Bezos running Amazon, or if you're just some dude that's trying to sell
fix up his life,
sell anklets in his basement. I think you gotta start with the basics. You gotta start with a good routine.
There's nothing wrong with selling anklets, I
Nothing
buy
wrong at
anklets
all.
from my boy, but we don't talk about that.
We're not gonna talk about that anymore. But yeah, I think everything needs a good foundation to it. You know what I'm saying? I think everything definitely needs I have this big thing to do, but it's followed up with all these small victories.
So are there any things that you do particularly?
Well, I have my journal laid out here.
Oh, really?
We'll go into it in a second, but
Okay.
all you gotta know about a journal, you could do it in whatever format you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, the more it sounds really sad, but the more dumb stuff that you do in the daily you put in your journal, brush your teeth,
The more fulfilled
the
you
more
are.
fulfilled you'll feel. Because
respect.
most of the time, your brain loves to give credit to itself for what it's done, and when you don't have that on paper, it's hard for your brain to realize that. So you don't realize that, oh, I cleaned my room today. I also cleaned my bathroom. I had to pick up after my dog. I had to give my dog food. I had to this, I had to that. And on paper, all that you got that really happened was I finished homework assignment.
Exactly.
So then you look like, oh, I'm doing nothing with my life. When in reality, you should be realizing that, oh,
You do a lot.
I do a lot.
It's just the little things that matter, and then what people shouldn't understand is that the little things add up to big things.
100%.
And everything matters in life. So
Yeah. Without a doubt, I think that you gotta focus on those small victories. And they're not always small. Like a big victory that most people don't realize, that don't relate to, is not snoozing your alarm.
that's true.
Because
That's true.
it starts at the very, very, very beginning of your day, and people don't realize that. People think, it's a rough morning, but this is that.
Exactly.
When you have the start of your day being all rough and not real crazy, you're kind of so I already messed up my morning. What else am I gonna mess up?
That's true.
Whether you like it or not, that's how your brain works. That's how your brain functions. So I think that not snoozing your alarm. There's this guy that I watched. He was actually on a Casey Neistat video, but it's not him. It's another guy. He's a Navy SEAL. That he kind of showed this ideology, the little battles that one of the biggest battles of your day is fighting that pillow and blanket.
Really?
That's really comfortable.
Wow.
Because he wakes up, I think, at 4 a.m., 6 a.m., super early.
That's crazy.
So he's like, that is one of the biggest comforts. And we all know, well, we don't because it's the first episode, that you have to be uncomfortable in order to grow as a person.
That's true.
So
That's true.
that's goes for everything. You're not going to grow as a person when you're in your comfort zone. You always got to grow out, whether it's the smallest things. And that definitely goes with this ideology that I found. It's called the flinch, something like that. It's really crazy. It's a moment when you realize you're stepping out of your comfort zone.
Really?
The easiest way for you guys to actually see this
Mm-hmm.
is wherever you're watching this right now at home, keep it on your phone or whatever, go to the shower and put on a cold shower. And right before you walk into that shower, you're going to feel that, a lot of people laugh, a lot of people scream.
It's changed.
It's that's that like moment. That's that moment where you're stepping out of your comfort zone. That's the easiest way to see it and feel it. And honestly, like once you feel that like moment, you want to keep going with it. But what I was saying with the guy that wakes up at 6 a.m. or whatever, it's that when he wins that battle, his mind instantly thinks, "Oh, I did that.
Yeah, and
What else can I do?"
okay, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So when you check that, your mind just wants validation, and a lot of people aren't giving it to their mind in the right way. So I think journaling's very important with that, because you could just that little check does a lot for you. You don't realize.
Okay, and is it better that you're able to check it off not in your head but actually on paper?
Without a doubt. That's the whole
Without a
point.
doubt?
That is
That's
the whole point. That's the whole. I think the whole point is to get your ideas from out of your head onto paper, because I have a lot of stuff to do. Because not only in school, but also opening the whole business thing. I've been doing it for 3 years, but
Still,
now I gotta open the LLC and all that
Oh, that's
stuff.
crazy.
Because I'm 18 now, and dude,
It's a whole new.
as soon as I
branch,
write
you know?
something down, it leaves my mind. But it helps me a lot with peace, because I'm not like things aren't flying around in my mind. I kind of pick them up and throw them on the paper, and
That's
I
true.
leave them there.
And then you're able to like look at your book, see if there's other stuff that you need to do that day. You look at your book and boom,
Exactly.
there's unchecked boxes, and you go straight up and over there doing your stuff.
Exactly. You go and do your stuff, like doing like. Let's actually open
Yeah,
it up,
let's see an
because you see
example.
here, because I have a lot of stuff today. I have a few stuff. I got jujitsu after, so I just kind of write my events. The way it works with these right here, all these color coded like little marker doohickeys. They all mean different things. So like in mine, I know it's like very like whoa to do, but like
Yeah.
it helps, bros. I really don't care like what other people like think about it in that way. You shouldn't. Green is events, so jiu-jitsu is highlighted in green, because I can't really like. It's not like I am voluntary going, but it's not. It's an event. It's something that happens.
Yeah.
I have to be there. It takes time out of my day, fully. Yellow school. So for today, I literally have film podcast 6th period.
Oh look, what we're
So I'm
doing
gonna
right
check
now.
that off. See, there you go.
It
It's
is.
real.
Check it off,
I'm
check it
putting it into practice here.
That's
I'm
true,
not
that's true.
I'm not just saying this out of my you know what. I have an essay to do during lunch.
Oh God. This
I
man.
have makeup work to do in 8th period, and then in 7th period I have to edit a video for a client, and then overall every day I have check Sunbiz, because I'm waiting for like my articles of organization for the business to come out. And I kind of have it very, to be honest with you, dude, this notebook was $30.
Man.
But that's how it works. Same with the water bottle. The water bottle's $50. I don't do it to be like a high roller. I don't do it to I don't do it. I don't do it to like, oh, yo, check it. I have a $50 water bottle. I do it like, yo, if I really drop 50 bones on this water bottle right now, I'm gonna make sure to use it. And I think that's very important.
That's
Like
true.
that's how I like externally motivate myself to use things.
That's so true, because if you look at my backpack right now, there's like 4 to 5 plastic water bottles I haven't even touched, dog.
There
I
you
just
go.
put it in every
See?
morning thinking I'm gonna drink it during school, but then I forget about it because it's plastic. It's something that
Exactly,
you
dude.
don't really care about.
Yeah, and it makes you feel good. I'm not
It
gonna
does,
lie.
it
It makes
does.
you feel good to have something like concrete, and it keeps your water cold. Yo, we should get sponsored by Yeti, bro. Yo,
I
Yeti
hope
should
we
shoot us
do.
a sponsorship.
Yo, Yeti, if you're watching this, give me a water bottle.
Yeah, for real,
please,
bro.
please.
But yeah, I have that, and then I have next to it. You don't really have to see like crazy. I just have little boxes.
Okay.
I have a ton of stuff, and then I scratch them off because it's more satisfying to me.
Mhm.
And it's like it sounds like a stupid thing, but it really is. I think that scratching it off, even in a different way, is because if you just put a line through it, it's kind of like.
Whatever, you know?
But like when you're like,
I feel like
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
like the same fundamentals of buying a lottery ticket, and you just have to scratch it off to see if you won.
there you go.
Think about it, People,
Exactly. I
buy
think
a
it's
whole
important.
lotto ticket, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
On this side, on the other side, because the way my notebook's kind of laid out is on this side, it has more of a like day by day. On this side, it's plain paper. That's where I have all my client stuff. So I have it by name. My boy Garrett. Check out American Standard K9 Training. You know what I'm saying?
man's already sponsored.
Garrett, and then I have Alex, which he's selling products, and I even go into the next weeks most of the time. And
That's good.
I always mark everything. I'm leaving to Europe with my mom
Oh, you want to Europe?
Thursday.
For
I'm
how
going to
long?
Europe for 10 days. So I have everything marked, highlighted on the side.
Good.
And you can tell where I use it. You probably won't be able to see here, but half of these pages are black on the outside because of how much I touch them. So I use it a lot. And then I have my projected earnings for the week, my actual earnings, and then my retained earnings after expenses. This is kind of where I have all like my stuff.
So basically, your entire life is like consistent.
Without a doubt.
Wow.
And it helps a lot. It helps so much. It's something, believe it or not, I didn't see myself doing this at all. But even all this little, like, if you want to call it decorating with all the colors and stuff, not only does it look good, like, to me, it is something I genuinely look forward to and enjoy in the mornings. I drive to school, I get to school, and I literally can't wait to open up my notebook and plan out my day in that first period.
And that sounds so fun. I think I'm gonna start doing that, honestly.
It's fun. It brings peace to everyone's
It brings
madness.
control into your life, and
Without
that's
a
what's
doubt.
most important, to control your life and able to have fun with it, you know? Be able to manage your time wisely.
100%. And I think, like, even, like, I put down little weekly goals, like,
That's good, too.
exercise. So, as opposed to jiu-jitsu, I want to do, like, let's say 50 push-ups a day, 100 push-ups a day. I have that as a goal, and I put it literally every single day. And there's things I don't finish. Like, there was a worksheet that I had to finish on Wednesday. I keep it there to remind me. It hurts a little bit, not gonna lie. It's like, oh, you didn't complete your day. But I recommend at the beginning, don't do that. Don't leave your goals unfinished, because it'll only, like, what do you call it? Like, take away your motivation. But I think that once you get more experience, I say once you get into, like, 30 days of journaling, like, because it takes about 30 days to, like, build a habit, like, somewhat, like, you know, the foundation of a habit. I think once you get in there, you can start leaving stuff to hurt, to sting a little bit, to be like, get up, like, do your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your, you know what, together.
And I guess what I would say is that, like, let's say you're gonna put something that you wanted to do in the future. Don't put a goal that is too hard to get, if that makes sense. Like, don't put a goal like next week I'm gonna go buy a car.
Yep,
You know,
100%.
put a reasonable goal that you know that you're able to do it that week. So, you know, it doesn't, like, cross off in your mind that you can't do anything.
Exactly. Don't hurt yourself for no reason.
Exactly.
It's useless.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, like, yeah, you're going to say, oh, I didn't do this. Why would it hurt me? It's going to hurt you. Some way, whether subconsciously or consciously, you set a goal for yourself and you didn't live up to the goal you set for yourself. It's that simple. Your mind's not going to like that. So I think you should definitely keep pushing it, but also know your limit. If I leave half these goals, I left get logo from drive. I have to get my logo from a drive I have back home. All that stuff. I left it unchecked. If I left 6 things unchecked in a day, I don't know how much longer I'd be journaling. It just make me, like, depressed. Like, not actually, like, super sad, but, like, it'd be like, oh, I can't do junk.
And especially for hustling, you know, motivation is the key thing to keep on
100%.
pushing yourself. And then
Yep.
once you slowly start losing motivation for the littlest things,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to, you know, come back to you in the future.
Yeah, because, honestly, actually, Eddie, how are we doing on time? Little time check. Just want to,
Yeah. 15 minutes?
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
Yeah,
All right.
alright, we'll knock
Check
it out.
that one over there.
So,
If it's still on.
to wrap this up a little bit. All right, to wrap it up a little bit, we got about 6 more minutes. What was I saying?
It's all right.
This is so good though.
Just
This
keep
is so
talking.
good. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it.
Got
If
this.
you, I think you guys should definitely. We're gonna throw this on Spotify and stuff.
Of course. Yeah.
That's fire. Yeah.
We're saying it's SATV, but it's actually, you know.
Nah, it's SAT.
Yeah, it's SATV. It's SATV.
But yeah, dude, I just think that setting goals is super important, and especially like back in quarantine. Back in quarantine, I was, dude, killing it. To be honest, like, I'm not trying to, like, toot my own horn, but, like, I
it's
am
okay.
because I was. And as soon as school started back up, I was used to being out of school. I was used to, like, pretty much graduate life in junior year.
Yeah.
Right? So when I came back to school because of the whole quarantine thing, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. Dude, it was bad.
It was bad.
I stopped working for Garrett. Not even on purpose. Like, I just stopped.
You just stop?
I just stopped. Wasn't making any money. Had a car to pay now. So I was screwed. But then I started doing this, and this is the only little bit of motivation I needed to keep going. And money, but you know how it is.
But without this, there ain't no money. So,
Exactly. So it all
It
feeds itself.
kind of
We
rolls
should.
off.
I think we should wrap it up a
I
bit.
think we should. All right. Well, this was SATV, the podcast, and thank you for Andrew Perez for explaining about how good it is to manage your time.
Exactly. 100%. Thank you, guys.
Thank
and,
you.
See you in the next episode.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bye.